In the quiet town of Willow Creek, Montana, where folks leave their doors unlocked and neighbors greet each other by name, Emily Hart was more than just the town's favorite nurse. She was a caretaker, a church volunteer, a friend to everyone. So when she vanished without a trace one foggy Monday morning in October, the entire community felt like it had lost a part of itself. Emily, 34, was last seen at 6:12 a.m., leaving her driveway for the Willow Creek Medical Center, where she had worked for nearly a decade. Security footage from a neighbor's doorbell camera showed her getting into her blue Honda Civic, a coffee mug in hand, hair in a loose bun, just like any other day. She never made it to work. By 9 a.m., coworkers began texting. By noon, her phone went straight to voicemail. By sunset, her mother filed a missing persons report. The Civic was found abandoned 2 days later, on a logging road 20 miles outside town. The keys were gone. The driver's seat was pushed back, as if someone taller had used it. A coffee mug rested in the console, cold and half full. There were no signs of struggle. No blood. No clues. It looked at first like a random act of violence. Willow Creek rallied. Flyers were stapled to telephone poles. Volunteers combed through fields, woods, and riverbanks. A $50,000 reward was raised within a week. But as investigators from the Montana Department of Justice dug deeper, the image of Emily, the angelic nurse who cared for hospice patients and brought casseroles to grieving families, began to fracture. Behind closed doors, Emily had secrets. In a search of her home computer, investigators found a hidden email account. It led to an online support group for women in emotionally abusive relationships. Through digital breadcrumbs, they uncovered an affair, not with a married man, but with a married woman, a local schoolteacher. The relationship had been going on for nearly 8 months. It was discreet, intense, and according to emails, beginning to unravel. The woman, whose name was withheld from public records, admitted to the affair under questioning. She also admitted that Emily had recently threatened to go public. But she wasn't the only one with motive. Emily's ex-boyfriend, Greg Ramsey, a local mechanic with a troubled history of possessiveness, had reportedly shown up at her house uninvited 2 weeks before the disappearance, begging for a second chance. Emily had refused and filed a police report the next day. Greg claimed he was home sleeping the night she disappeared. His alibi? His mother, who lived with him. For 2 months, the case stalled. No arrest, no new evidence, until a hiker stumbled on a shallow grave 6 miles from where Emily's car had been found. Inside was a body wrapped in hospital linens. Emily's monogram scrub top still intact. Autopsy revealed blunt force trauma to the back of the head, but it was the rope fibers on her wrists that told the full story. And then came the twist no one saw coming. DNA found on the rope didn't match Greg. It didn't match the schoolteacher either. It matched Mary Ann Price, Emily's longtime friend, former roommate, and fellow nurse at Willow Creek Medical, a woman who had helped organize the search party, who had cried on camera in candlelight vigils. Under interrogation, Mary Ann cracked. Jealousy, that's what she said. Emily had grown distant. Their bond had shifted ever since Emily started the affair. Mary Ann had confronted her the night before she disappeared, begging her to cut off the lies and come back to her senses. Emily refused. Words turned into rage. Rage into violence. Mary Ann Price was charged with second-degree murder and tampering with evidence. She entered a guilty plea to avoid a life sentence and was sentenced to 35 years in prison. Willow Creek hasn't been the same since. At the town's annual memorial service, Emily's mother took the podium and said, "My daughter died not because she was careless, but because she trusted someone too much." And maybe that's what hurt the most. Not the loss itself, but the betrayal. In small towns, people say everyone knows everyone. But in the case of Emily Hart, no one truly knew what darkness lived behind the smiles.